Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, our two apprentices had their warrior naming ceremonies and they are now proud members of Luminous Clan, part of the, the working adult population over here. So we have Poppy Heart, who is currently hanging out in the Warrior's Den, and we have her brother, Plume Stripe, who is in the clearing, and both of them are very beautiful and very unique black and white cats. Now, that was the excitement of the last episode, but in this episode, I think we are finally having our kittens. So I am really excited to see the litter size and also what kind of offspring Dog Pounce and Nectarrock are going to have, especially because, this kitten or kittens are going to be cats that have the prophetic bloodline. The second prophet's blood, but the prophetic bloodline. So I'm very excited for how this is going to go. Let us dive straight into events and get going. So here we go. Luminous Clan does not have, yes, we know, enough healthy medicine cats. Cats will be sick/hurt for longer and have a higher chance of dying. Okay, with the heightened focus of the clan, 12 additional pieces of prey were gathered, so good for us there. During the gathering, Eliastar nods and agrees when Whimsy Clan's leader mentions diplomacy and inter-clan friendship. Okay, so Whimsy relations have improved. We'll go ahead and praise Lia Clan. And Cloudy Snarl, she is actually having to step in. Oh, what happened to Liarstar? Is he sick? Bubbling Gale wakes one day after moons of numbness and feels as though the world is less dull. Okay, so he apparently has managed to get out of his grief over Mistar's death, which is good because, like I said, we do need all the warriors that we can get. But then, Bubbling Gale misstepped and slipped from a rock, but landed on his feet nimbly. His clanmates commenting on the show of dexterity. Oh, for a second there, I thought he was going to come out of grief and go back to the medicine cat den for something else, but no. He's very nimble. We have sent him out on patrols on his own in the past, and he has actually been one of the most successful cats in terms of hunting and just looking after himself. Like, he crossed the Thunder Path on his own. I feel like he's done it a few times, quite safely, so I am glad that he is not injured. Oh my goodness! Dog Pounce had a litter of 3 kits with Nectarrock. I'm so happy. I was hoping for a bigger litter, so this is good. We need the kittens. Oh my goodness. Liarstar fell from a cliff and somehow survived, though not without breaking his leg. How the hell did he fall off a cliff? Oh my goodness, Liarstar. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. So was he, wandering around outside, the mountain? And he fell off a cliff? Oh no. Okay, Slowfleck travels to Whimsy Clan to resolve some recent herb gathering disputes. However, no progress was made. Okay. Slowfleck travels to the other clans to bring them an important message. Probably to let them know that, our leader fell off from a dangerous cliff and broke his leg. Okay, but I want to go ahead and check out the kittens. That's what I am excited about. Okay, guys, let us take a look. Oh, look at them! They're so varied. Oh, that's so cute. So we have Midnight Kit. Okay, a Midnight Kit, who is a fearless female. Okay, so we have a fearless female. Then we have Basalt. I might change her name. An attention-seeking female. I feel like this one is very much like... this one is very much like how Poppy Heart was when she was young, because Poppy Heart was an attention-seeking kitten. But she looks like... she kind of looks like Slumber Roach, doesn't she? I mean, she might have lighter coloring, but she kind of looks like him. But I think I'm going to go and change her name. Scrub? Scrub Kit. Should she be Scrub Kit? I think we'll name her Scrub Kit. I think Scrub Kit is... Basalt was nice. What about Salt Kit? Salt Kit? Maybe we should name her Salt Kit. But I don't know, Scrub Kit. You know what? We'll name her Salt Kit. Scrub was cute though. Scrub is cute. Like shrub. You know? Shrub scrub. Not the verb scrub. The shrub scrub. Do you get what I mean? I don't know. Do I want it to be Scrub Kit or do I want it to be Salt Kit? Scrub Kit. I don't know what I want to do with you. I'm confused. But like, her siblings have such funny names. I mean, Midnight Kit is a pretty name. Scrub Kit. Let's see. What are the name might we have? Plum Kit? Plum's cute. We've had like Plume. I've had Plume Kit, Poppy Kit, maybe Plum Kit. You know what? This is going to be Plum Kit. After a bit of change, we're gonna have Midnight Kit and Plum Kit, and then we have Rat Kit. I flippin' love Rat Kit. So we have 3 females. So this is a know-it-all female. Oh, look at that, with silver eyes. And Plum Kit has bronze eyes. Midnight Kit has bronze eyes. So I think Midnight Kit and Plum Kit get their eyes from their mother. Yep, because Dark Pounce has bronze. Rat Kit has silver eyes from her father, Nectarrock. Okay. You know what? I think Rat Kit is probably my favorite from this litter. She has the coolest coat. I think Midnight looks more like her mother and Plum Kit looks more like her father. But let's check their descriptions. Like, what kind of descriptors do they have? So Dark Pounce, you know, is a white and gray tabby. And then Nectarrock is a speckled dark ginger. Midnight Kit is a gray and white she-cat. Okay, yeah, like Dark Pounce. Plum Kit is a golden tabby. And Rat Kit is an unusually dappled gray cat. Okay, yeah. Do you guys have a favorite from the 3? I mean, we've got, you know, we've got Midnight Kit over here, our fearless Midnight Kit. We've got our attention-seeking Plum Kit, and we have our know-it-all Rat Kit. I think I like Rat Kit the best. I think in this litter, Rat Kit is my favorite. And you know the funny thing, we were talking about how the females in the clan were kind of outnumbered by the males, and we didn't have that many males. So it's kind of nice to see that we have, like, our kittens now. I think that's pretty adorable. Okay. Like, we have our 3 female kittens, and they all look quite distinct, like, between each other. But definitely, Midnight Kit, I think, is going to end up looking quite a lot like Dark Pounce. Plum Kit is going to be a lighter version of her father and Slumber Roach, I think. And then Rat Kit is the unique one. She's the one that's got features I'm not too... Like, she's got the, you know, coat coloring patterns that we don't really have. So I am the most excited about her. But okay, let us dive into events and see how our kitty cats are going. Or I should say, let's check out on the relationships to see what's happening over here. Okay, guys. Bubbling Gale sees Dark Pounce be kind to one of Bubbling Gale's friends. Okay, who is he friends with? Slopefleck? Okay, so Dark Pounce was being nice to Slopefleck, so that's good to note. Bubbling Gale's friend says nice things about Plumestripe, but it just makes Bubbling Gale jealous. Oh, which friend? No, Slopefleck, right? Slopefleck was probably saying nice things about Plumestripe, and yeah, Bubbling Gale and Plumestripe have a bit of a rivalry, I think. I don't know if rivalry is the right word, but they have clashed a lot. Dark Pounce and Cloudy Snarl laugh about something small together, which is adorable. I imagine they're probably laughing about, you know, being mothers and having kids and kittens, and Cloudy Snarl, you know, her kids have just recently become warriors and adults, and Dark Pounce has just had her own litter, so they're at like different stages of motherhood, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, Dark Pounce thinks the prey Midnight Kit is biting into on the other side of camp looks delicious. I think it'll also be interesting to see which kitten becomes closest to the, you know, either parent. or how the relationships are going to be between the other, like this family. Lyrestar is annoyed by Dark Pounce's negative comments. Okay. Yeah, I think Dark Pounce probably, maybe she's worried about the state of the clan because Lyrestar just broke his leg and they have more mouths to feed and they haven't had much luck hunting recently, but you know, we did manage to get some food during the time skip. So maybe Dark Pounce is just fussing. Like she just had a kitten. She's just fussing a little bit. Okay, Lyrestar, Dark Pounce, and Bowlingill had a nice talk while eating. Okay, good to note. Lyrestar said he'd cover for Poppy Heart, but when it came time, he got Poppy Heart in trouble. Yeah, these two, we know this, they don't get along. Lyrestar, even though he somehow managed to haul Poppy Heart into adulthood, I think he still has a very poor opinion of her. Like, I don't think he would entrust her with important things. Slumberroach suspects that Plumestripe gets special treatment. Slumberroach. Maybe he thinks that Plumestripe gets special treatment from his mate Grayswipe because, you know, they have that mentor-apprentice relationship from the past, and so Plumestripe kind of maybe gets away. You know, special treatment, I imagine, is maybe he gets more attention from Grayswipe, even though he's graduated now, and Slumberroach, maybe he gets a little bit annoyed that, you know, he's not your apprentice anymore. Why do you keep fussing over him? Slumberroach and Plumestripe always have something to share with each other, you know, but despite Slumberroach's annoyance, he does end up spending a lot of time with Plumestripe as well. So these two, you know, they have, I've noticed over the past couple of episodes, developed quite a strong friendship. Cloudy Snarl is talking about what to do with Midnight Kit. Okay, I mean, Midnight Kit is kind of coming up a lot. I don't think we've had any of the other kittens come up yet. Midnight Kit is coming up a lot and, you know, interacting with the other cats. But it makes sense, she is, I think, wait, no, isn't she the fearless one? Hold on a second. Yeah, she's the fearless one. Plumkit is the attention seeker. And Ratkit is the know-it-all. Right, okay. So Midnight Kit, I guess she's not afraid. She's not afraid of, you know, interacting with these strange older cats. Cloudy Snarl suspects that Ratkit gets special treatment. Cloudy Snarl, what do you mean? Maybe Cloudy Snarl, you know, as a mother who had a litter of 3 and lost one of her kittens, maybe she feels that because Ratkit looks kind of unique and Ratkit is, you know, a bit of a know-it-all, that maybe a Dark Pounce and perhaps Nectarrock, maybe they fuss over Ratkit a bit more, but Cloudy Snarl feels like they should, you know, give time to all their kittens equally because you never know who you can lose. And maybe she's disapproving because of that. Grayswipe gets a little injured and Dark Pounce is the first to help. Oh, that's nice. Dark Pounce, even though she's got like a paws full with kittens, she's rushing to go help Grayswipe. Grayswipe keeps having bad dreams about Poppy Heart. Okay. Yeah, Poppy Heart, you know, for someone who's loving, she has quite a few differences with some of the other cats. And it seems as though those other cats have, you know, their own differences with her. But I wonder what this bad dream is about. Nectarrock can't stop thinking about the strange joke Grayswipe told the other day. I wonder if that joke had something to do with the bad dream about Poppy Heart, and Nectarrock now can't stop thinking about it. Nectarrock acknowledges Plumkit with a twitch of his whiskers. Okay, so Plumkit over here, we renamed. So Plumkit is chatting, or, you know, being acknowledged by her father. And I think this is the first interaction we've seen with Nectarrock and his kittens. Actually, even when Dark Pounce gave birth, because in our previous notice, I'm pretty sure Mistar was like fussing over his kittens. But Nectarrock, was he even present during the birth? I don't know. And I was expecting a breakup. He hasn't broken up with her yet. So, what's going on in his head? But I mean, I hope he has a good relationship with his kittens. But it kind of seems that Dark Pounce had the kittens on her own. And then Nectarrock swung by a lot later and he kind of just looked at them and acknowledged them. And maybe walked back out. I don't know. But obviously, he was not as delighted, I think, by their birth. Like, he wasn't, overflowing with joy as much as Mistar was when his kids were born. For Nectarrock, I think this was more a duty he had to do. Slowfleck stops and thinks before assuming the worst of Bubbling Gale, which Bubbling Gale would probably appreciate because he has been getting onto, he's getting on a few cats, bad sides. Slumberroach and Plumestripe complaining about him and venting about him, so I think he'd appreciate that. Plumestripe won't tell Slowfleck what he ate this morning. Okay, Plumestripe is being a little bit, cold. I suppose cold. I think Plumestripe has the kind of personality where he doesn't understand when people are too nosy, and he doesn't see what's so important about knowing what he had for breakfast. So, yeah. Poppyheart sees a pretty flower in Plumestripe's nest. Okay. I mean, these two, I feel like, I don't know, even when they have good interactions, they immediately do something to cancel that out. But I don't think they outwardly argue too much. It's just that their personalities are so different, they just never spend time together. But okay, at least she found something over here. And what is this? Plumestripe daydreams about Plumkit being exiled. Plumestripe, what do you have against the kitten? She was just born. Plumestripe got a bunch of cats up for morning stretches and they went to Happy, but I'm surprised. What did she is, you know what? Plumkit is the attention seeker. Maybe Plumkit reminds Plumestripe too much of how, he and his sisters used to be a group of 3. And Basalt Kit is very much like how Poppyheart was when she was young, and it's making Plumestripe think of that. But if I'm remembering the wrong name. If Plumkit wasn't there in the picture, then Plumestripe wouldn't have to think about him and his sisters. He would just think about him and Poppyheart. They're 2 cats now, 2 siblings. And then in the new litter, there would be 2 siblings. So, I don't know. Plumestripe, I was not expecting this from you. But okay, that's all it seems these guys have for the events. Also, before I forget, let's check the Medicine Cat Den for a log. Bubbling Gale was given time as treatment for grief-stricken, and he is better after that. And we just have Lyrestar that has a broken bone right now. Hopefully Lyrestar, he might take a while to actually recover from that, but we can't have a leader down for too long. But his life is okay. He still has his lives, I think. It didn't say he lost any lives, so that is good. But okay, I'm going to cut the recording here. We're going to come back, check up on the loyalties, and see what all the other cats are doing. And actually, guys, because we have had our new cats, the litter of kittens, since they have been born, we actually need to make another pairing. And typically, it's the leader who does this. So we're gonna have to go ahead and see what happens with that. It is time for us to take a look at the cat list. And it seems as though we do have a change in loyalties. So guys, I think the fall that Lyrestar took, it has more or less kind of shaken the belief the other cats had in him as a leader. Darkpounds and Slopefleck are still very kind of steadily, for him. Slopefleck is his mate, and Darkpounds, she was Mistar's sole anti-loyalist, and I think the changes that Lyrestar brought in her life probably feels a lot like freedom to her. So she's still loyal to him. Everyone else, though, they have one by one started losing faith in him. And him being down, like falling off a cliff, breaking his leg, it doesn't help. And I feel really bad for him right now. I did check up on some of the relationships because I thought, before we kind of pick the new mates and go into discussion about that, we should probably, or see who we want to litter from, we should probably go ahead and look at some of the cats who might have a stake in this. So, obviously, Nectarrock, Cloudy Snarl, Dark Pounce are exempt from this. They're not having any kittens, right? So we are left with the other cats, and we have some mated pairs amongst them. Slowfleck, as the third prophet, has been waiting for his turn to have a litter of his own for a long, long time. And, now that his mate is leader, maybe now is going to be his chance. Because at the end of the day, the leader is the one who is going to decide which pairings or which authorized breedings are going to take place, right? Or which authorized litter is going to be born. So we have that. Now, Slowfleck and Lyrestar. I want to quickly check Lyrestar's relationship with Slowfleck. So he is still very much in love with Slowfleck and views Slowfleck as his family. Slowfleck, on the other hand, guys, actually isn't in love with Lyrestar, and he doesn't view Lyrestar as family. I think the whole kind of, thing about having a litter for him has taken precedent over his mate, and he's less focused on his relationship and more focused on what kind of legacy he's gonna leave behind. So I think he's become more and more occupied with those kind of thoughts. And so, I think what they had in the beginning, that's fizzled out a little bit. It has dimmed a little bit. And then we have, another pair of mates in Slumberroach and Grayswipe, who we know from the start are very much in love with each other, and they would not want to be broken up, right? And since they're male-female pairing, obviously they would want to have kittens with each other. So there is that. Bubbling Gale is one of the single cats, and we also actually have Poppyheart and Plumestripe, who have the prophetic bloodline. But if one of them were made to breed, I do feel like Lyrestar would feel as though it is, or not Lyrestar, Slowfleck would feel as though it's unfair, because the first and second prophetic bloodlines, they have passed on, he should get a turn. I feel like he would feel very strongly, I think he would feel very strongly about that. So that's kind of what we have to work with. Now I have actually gone ahead and updated the notes of the prophets so that they actually say, for example, second prophet of Luminous Clan, first prophet, third prophet, and then for their kittens, I've gone ahead and added this for them. Prophetic bloodline from the first prophet. Even Brightpaw has that in their notes, in her notes. And then for Bright Kit, for Midnight Kit, it's prophetic bloodline from the second prophet. So that's kind of what we'll have to, pair between our cats, or that's what we'll have as notes, so that we know and we can keep track of down the line, who belongs to which bloodline. But also, I was thinking, for example, right now things are more clear-cut, but in the future, for example, if Plumestripe ends up becoming mated, say, to Ratkit, then how would we decide whether it's the first prophetic bloodline that continues or the second? Well, in that case, I think I would always go with the older cat. So it doesn't matter what the gender is, but whoever the older cat in the relationship is, it's their bloodline that's being continued. So if they had a litter, then their litter would say prophetic bloodline from first prophet instead of second from Ratkit. So I'm sorry if that's confusing. That was not my intent, and I hope that it's not too confusing for you. But now that we have spoken a bit about that, we need to get into who Lyrestar has decided to, be the next authorized pairing for a litter. Now, this is kind of an interesting predicament because in this clan, the leader is the one who decides these things. However, the first and only leader we've had before Lyrestar was a prophet, which means he was receiving these pairings from visions that he was getting from StarClan. But Lyrestar is not a prophet and he does not have prophetic bloodline, which means that he is out of his own intuition and making these pairings. He's making pairings that he thinks will be good for the clan, but these are not coming from visions. And so I feel like maybe the decisions that he makes might be more questionable, or the clan might question more, because it's a lot harder to accept something you don't like when it hasn't been ordained by, something that you revere, some higher power. And Lyrestar, he doesn't have any of those abilities. He's kind of just making his own choices. So this is, I feel like, the first time that we're going to see maybe the impact of not being a prophet or having prophetic bloodline and being a leader. So, okay guys, Lyrestar, first of all, has decided that he is going to make the difficult decision of breaking up with Slopefleck. So this couple over here need to break up for, the next authorized breeding that's going to happen. So they're being affected. Their relationship is being affected. So Lyrestar, of his own volition, he is breaking this up. And he is also breaking up Slumberroach and Greyswipe. Oh, nope, not the right place, not the right place. Sorry, not the right place. Where is he? He's breaking up Slumberroach and Greyswipe. So I feel like that already is going to be an unpopular opinion. Now, when Mistar, obviously, when he took Cloudy Snarl as a mate, no one had paired up at this point or developed feelings. So that was okay. That was accepted and acceptable. The last pairing we had between Darkpounds and Nectarrock, they were the only two cats who weren't attached to anyone. So all of the couples were relieved, and that was the best kind of outcome they could have had. So Mistar not only helped the second prophet continue his bloodline, but he kept the peace. However, Lyrestar is making the very difficult and unpopular decision to break not one, but two relationships. So already we've seen his anti-loyalists are growing more and more. He's not even a prophet. He's making these decisions now in terms of mating, and he has decided to break up two of the couples. So I feel like a lot of the cats would be quite unhappy with this decision. And now it is time for him to kind of declare what he has decided. So, Lyrestar. Guys, Lyrestar. You might see where this is going, I don't know. But yes, Lyrestar is Slowfleck's mate, and the third prophet has been waiting his turn this whole time, and he wants to go ahead and continue his bloodline. He wants to help grow the clan, secure himself and his legacy. And he, I think, has a lot of faith in Lyrestar, and he is relying on Lyrestar to make that happen. However, Lyrestar is feeling a little selfish, guys. And the reason why he broke up himself and Slopefleck is not so that he can pair Slopefleck up with anyone. It is so that Lyrestar can free himself up for Greyswipe. So Lyrestar has decided that he wants to have a litter with Greyswipe. Now, he doesn't have prophetic bloodline, Greyswipe doesn't have prophetic bloodline, so a litter from them is just going to be an ordinary litter of kittens. Yes, it's going to help grow the clan, they're going to become warriors and important members of the clan, but they are not the lifeblood that the clan needs and that the clan wants. And I feel like a lot of cats are going to be unhappy with this. Obviously, Slopefleck is going to be mad, Slumber Roach is going to be upset, and Grey Swipe, I feel like, isn't going to be too keen on this. But this is what the leader has decided. So Lyrestar, he is actually going ahead, guys. And he, yep, is going to take Grey Swipe as a mate because he wants to have a litter with her. So there we go. There is a connection between them. And the funny thing is that for a long time, Lyrestar treated, like when he was younger and he was having like all these, flirtationships with some of the other cats, he has never viewed Grey Swipe in this way. He actually treated Grey Swipe very much like a sister, and he used to give her advice like a sister, right? He as a brother. So they've always had that kind of relationship. And he was the one who kind of taught her to stop being so cold and aloof and actually, show people your nice side, become friends with others. And because she followed his advice, then she went ahead and started, making friends with everyone. The other cats started liking her a lot more, and she ended up falling in love with Slumber Roach, and they became mates. So all of this kind of came about because of Lyrestar being supportive of him that way. But Lyrestar, now that he's thinking about his own litter, his own legacy and security, he feels like Grey Swipe is the cat that he would trust to have a litter with. So I don't know if Grey Swipe would feel kind of betrayed in that aspect as well, because, I don't know if she ever viewed him like a brother. I think she just viewed him as like a nosy older cat who keeps getting into her business, but she grudgingly accepted his advice because, she did like his company. But Lyrestar, yeah, he always viewed her as a sister, but it seems as though now things have changed a little bit. So I am just going to dive really quick to Slopefleck just because I want to see how these two kind of feel about each other. I want to know. Yeah, so Lyrestar, he's always kind of treated her more of a sister than anything. So again, another odd aspect to this particular pairing. Is he going to develop, any sort of romantic feelings for her? I don't know. We did see that the kind of love line was jagged, so they're not really compatible. However, Grey Swipe and Slumber Roach's love line was also jagged. But, they are, I think, the strongest couple we have, or had, sorry. So there is that, and he feels a lot of security with her. So I could see how out of all the cats, he only had two options. He only had Grey Swipe and Poppy Heart. And in that sense, it also makes sense why he would choose Grey Swipe, because he was Poppy Heart's mentor, and he and Poppy Heart do not get along. He does not get along with her, she does not get along with him, and I think Lyrestar kind of already saw that. It would be very difficult to have Kittens with Poppy Heart. Even though she's a very beautiful cat, but she's frustrating, and he's always been frustrated with her, and they've never gotten along in the past. So I can see why he would have then chosen Grey Swipe. Grey Swipe was the, option that made sense. Grey Swipe, she's always kind of felt security with Lyrestar, and like I said, his kind of that nosy older cat who's always in her business, but whose company she doesn't mind. But I don't know how she's going to feel about being broken up with Slumber Roach and being chosen like this, especially because it is not a prophetic pairing. It is not ordained by, StarClan. It is just a decision that Lyrestar has made as leader for the growth of the clan. So I don't know how she's going to feel about this long term. We will have to see. But I think Slopefleck would be quite betrayed by, this ton of events. So, okay, we've managed to get all of that done. And now I think we need to dive in and take a look at what the cats are doing for the day. So Lyrestar thinks that he is the best hunter in the clan, even though he has a broken leg, or a broken bone. Of course he does. Cloudy Snarl saw a yappy little dog today. Dark Pounce is staring off into space. Okay. And she is still recovering from birth. And Slopefleck is wondering if kitty pet life is really so bad. And finally, we have a pairing, that has nothing to do with the mediator. And we can actually get our mediator and set him to work. And we also, don't have a couple that's already like had kittens right now. Actually, did I go ahead and set the toggles? No, we wanna enable kits for him and for Gray Swipe. So go ahead, enable kits for them. And Slowfleck, he is. I feel like Slowfleck would be very mad at the position he's been put into, because not only was the chance to have a litter taken away from him by his own mate, who he trusted, but his mate, who doesn't have any prophetic bloodline, nothing like that, has decided to break up with him. And it's not like, he's stuck together with Slowfleck and he let Slumberroach and Gray Swipe have a litter of their own. No, he's taken Gray Swipe as a mate and broken up with Slowfleck, and now Slowfleck is having to mediate between them and kind of help out in that aspect. So this is his duty. He has to do this. But I think he would be very, very, very mad. Very mad from, the sideline. I feel like he would feel quite betrayed. Imagine that. Feeling so betrayed and then having to sit through and actually help these two out. So he's going to help mediate between them just a little bit more and, help encourage Kittens between them. But maybe, he's thinking that if he can encourage this, the faster they have kittens, the faster, his turn might come. I don't know. But okay, managed to get that done. And I feel bad for him. This is what he gets for his loyalty. He's one of the only cats that's still loyal to Lyrestar, and that's what he gets. Slumberroach wants to get to know Plumestripe better. Oh, that's nice. I mean, these two have been hanging out a ton, so that is kind of nice. Bubbling Gale saw a two-leg playing with a kitty pet. Gray Swipe is craving the taste of fish. Okay, so I imagine she wants to go fishing or something like that. Poppy Heart is soaking in the new leaf warmth. Plumestripe is looking forward to finding more prey as the snow melts. Nectarock is craving the taste of bird. Midnight Kit snuggles up to the belly of Dog Pounce, and the other siblings are doing the same, Plumkit and Ratkit. Now, I wanted to go ahead and actually check to see if, between the parents, who they're closest to. And actually, guys, Dog Pounce is the closest to Midnight Kit. She is the closest to Midnight Kit right now, out of her 3 children. Which is kind of cute because, Midnight Kid looks the closest to her. But also maybe Dog Pounce. I mean, she's righteous. I could kind of see how she would admire and like a fearless kitten more than anything. And Nectarock is actually the closest to Plumkit. So there is that. He is the closest to Plumkit. And he's insecure. Plumkit is an attention seeker. So I imagine that when Plumkit, spends time with Nectarock and gives him attention, it makes him feel good. Like he feels a sense of security that he is liked by this child. So maybe that's what's going on there. But also, guys, Nectarock, who, yes, we know hates Dog Pounce, he has developed a hatred for Gray Swipe as well. And I think he kind of views them as, 2 busybody she-cats who keep reminding him that he's an embarrassment and a waste of space. And he doesn't like that. He doesn't like them at all. Which is very unfortunate, but that is the case over there. And for these guys, Poppy Heart and Plumestripe, have they managed to make any friends? Poppy Heart has not. And neither has Plumestripe. Even though he's been spending a lot of time with Slumberroach, he has not managed to befriend anyone just yet. And I'm keeping an eye out for, any romantic connections. I haven't seen anything. Although, now we have, way more single cats than just Bubbling Gale. Because of the recent breakup, Slopeflick and Slumberroach are also single cats now, along with Bubbling Gale. So, Poppy Heart and Plumestripe have some options. But okay. I am going to cut the recording here, and we're going to pick up on patrols. Okay, we are back to doing patrols, and it seems as though all the loyalists are either sick or injured or just out, or they cannot leave the camp. So we have just 1 patrol of 6 with all our anti-loyalists who are going out. So we have Plumestripe, Poppy Heart, Gray Swipe, Bubbling Gale, Slumber Roach, and Cloudy Snarl. This might also be, a good time for them to kind of bond with each other. But our current prey is 114 and we need 26.5 prey. So let's go ahead and see what happens on patrol. So Cloudy Snarl is the patrol leader over here. It starts snowing soon after the patrol sets out, trying to bring back something for the fresh kill pile. Proceed. Bubbling Gale really keeps the patrol on task and motivated through the sharp chill of the new leaf morning, not through authority or commands, but with a gentle voice and compassionate understanding that encourages every cat to do their best for Luminous Clan. A medium amount of prey is brought to camp. Look at that! We have spoken many times about how Bubbling Gale, when he goes out on his own, is very motivated and does things very well, and is like an excellent hunter. He almost always brings back something. And the fact that in a group, he's showing, this kind of leadership quality, even though Cloudy Snarl was a patrol leader, I really like that. Bubbling Gale has been a one kind of steady constant, I think, from the very beginning, so that's very nice to see. And I kind of feel bad that despite him being such a sweet and accomplished and wonderful cat, he has had such terrible luck in love. Like, he has had just terrible luck in love. Either the person or the cat he loves, doesn't reciprocate, or they end up dying, or something happens. And I don't know. I kind of hope with the arrival of, Poppy Heart and Plume Stripe into the fold, that maybe he's gonna find something with one of them. I hope. I want him to be happy. I just want Bubbling Gale to be happy. And it seems as though that's all we have, guys. We managed to get some food, and that was that. Most importantly, we had, the kittens born this time around. We had, 2 breakups that the clan leader kind of forced. We also had the clan leader taking on a new mate for, the new litter that's going to happen. So Grace Wipe, she doesn't seem, I think more than anything she would be surprised. From what we saw, she didn't seem to have, any sort of bad feelings for him. But I think she would be surprised. Like, this would have caught her off guard. And then, of course, Slopefleck had to go ahead and mediate between them. Not because anything was wrong, but to help encourage them and maybe talk them through, why this pairing had happened. Even though he was probably trying to talk himself through and understand and accept what was happening. So even though he was mediating between the two of them, I think that was like a therapy session for him, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. But I think, he and Slumber Roach would feel terrible. And they would probably feel very betrayed by Lyrestar. So I wouldn't be surprised if Slopefleck, if his loyalty shifted. I would not be surprised. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.